Hey, it's JC and welcome to Small Brick City. This is a very special episode because I'm going to do a deep dive into my LEGO Ideas project submission. This is the History of Magic Museum and I do need your vote to support this project, but let me tell you a bit more about it right now. The goal of this set is to blend two creative arts together for an enriching, entertaining and educational experience. Fans of LEGO brick building will be introduced to the art of magic as they embark on a journey into the colourful world of conjuring in the History of Magic Museum. The museum is a historically accurate magic-themed three-storey building that highlights some of the greatest illusions and magicians in the history of magic. It is highly detailed with numerous LEGO replicas of authentic magic and illusion props used by illusionists from the past to present. There are more than half a dozen play features and removable brick-built illusion displays. The size of the build was deliberately made smaller than a full modular size building. It takes up a 16 by 16 stud footprint but was designed to visually fit with other official modular buildings as well as the smaller Creator Series buildings such as the Corner Deli and Bike Shop and Cafe. It works as a corner building or a set-in building in between two other modular buildings. Let's first have a look at the exterior of the building. This is the front exterior of the ground floor. There are large glass display windows at the front of the building, and through them you can see deep red velvet curtains revealing magic props and a traditional magician's attire with a top hat. This is the classic look of magicians from the vaudeville golden age of magic from the 1880s to the 1930s. The blue prop that you see in the other window is a square circle magic box production invented by Louis Histed. There's a large 3D bunny from a top hat sign that is mounted above the ground floor front windows. This rabbit from the hat was one of the more difficult parts of the build because I had to make it secure and make it look like a bunny. For some reason, people couldn't tell it was a bunny from a hat with my original designs. A lamppost in the form of a magic wand is set on the corner of the building property. The second floor has multiple glass windows so that exhibits can be seen from the outside, but it also allows a lot of natural light to come in. The third floor has a different design for visual variety and to maximize space. Let's have a look at the back of the building. There is a recessed back door with an electronic keypad lock. There is a jail bar style window and some greenery to add texture to the overall back design. The roof has a skylight, aircon compressor, and a drain for rainwater that can run down a set of pipes mounted on the back of the building. The roof can be removed just like any standard modular building. Now let's have a look at the interior of the History of Magic Museum. Here's a closer look at the front exterior of the ground floor. I really like that angled door, very good for feng shui. The ground floor is the chamber of close-up and stage magic. It is very detailed and features many authentic and historically accurate display pieces and artifacts in the genre of close-up and stage magic. Let's start off with the close-up magic wall that features a portrait of the Professor Di Vernon. He's one of the most influential close-up magicians in history. There are also various magic props including cards, silver coins, a set of copper cups and balls, and Vernon's Master Fellowship Award from the Academy of Magical Arts awarded in 1968. There's a set of passe bottles created in the late 1800s on the lower shelf of this display. Behind the front window displays, there's a Botania flower production which is just behind the square circle production box I mentioned earlier. On the wall in front of the front display windows, there's a collection of artifacts related to the infamous bullet catch illusion. These include a musket used by the Scottish magician John Henry Anderson in 1840, a copy of the letter from Houdini's mentor Harry Keller dated 1918, who wrote to him to dissuade him from performing the bullet catch, and Houdini never did perform the bullet catch in the end. And finally, a 1918 newspaper article on the death of American magician William Ellsworth Robinson, also known as Chung Ling Soo. He died due to the Bullet Catch Act going wrong. There are two sets of bookcases containing magic books, which is my favorite part of this floor, because one of the bookcases can swing open 90 degrees to reveal a ladder that leads to the second level. The other bookcase can be completely removed to reveal a hidden display case for a first edition of The Discovery of Witchcraft written in 1584, and this is considered the very first magic book in history. Let's move up to the second floor. The second floor is a tribute to arguably the most famous magician and escape artist in history, Harry Houdini. This floor showcases a variety of historical props and restraints used by Houdini in his illustrious career. In a display case, there's a pair of handcuffs used in Houdini's great escape from New York's East River on July 7, 1912. There's also a photo of the East River location where the escape took place just above the handcuffs. On the wall is a ticket and playbill from Houdini's first European tour in 1900. In one corner, there's a recreation of the Scotland Yard jail cell that Houdini escaped from in 1904, and there's a map showing its location. A straitjacket used by Houdini during his career is displayed in this jail cell. There's a wall-mounted television showing various information and videos of Houdini in action. The water torture cell is the large prop with chains that debuted in 1912. This is an underwater escape which Houdini called Upside Down. In the center of the room is Houdini's version of John Neville Maskelyne's Substitution trunk illusion, which he debuted in 1894. The top level is the Hall of Illusions. This floor is dedicated to the genre of large-scale illusions in magic. It features 3 removable classic illusions: Robert Harbin's Zigzag illusion, created in the mid-1960s, P.T. Selbert's original Sawing Through a Woman, created in 1920, and finally Frank Hughes' Sword Suspension illusion, created in 1899. Here's a look at the interior decoration behind the sawing illusion. Notice the black velvet curtains and the platform that the sawing illusion is on. This creates the look of a nice theatre stage. Let's have a closer look at the 5 removable illusion displays in the museum. These props are Lego versions of authentic illusions that actually exist in the magic world. You can Google them or check with any professional magician and they'll be able to recognize them. First up is Robert Harbin's Zigzag Girl. This is a very popular illusion where a lady steps into a cabinet, 2 blades are placed in, and her middle is slid to the side, hence the name Zigzag Lady. The round black tiles represent the cutouts in the prop where you can see the girl's head, hand, and foot. There has been some historical dispute on who really invented the sawing in half illusion, but P.T. Selbert's version is one of the most recognized versions of the first sawing half illusion in the US. I am sure you all know this illusion where a girl goes into the box is sawn in half and split into 2 pieces. The cool thing about this Lego version is just like the real version, this box can be split in half. This prop is known as the Substitution trunk or Metamorphosis. It is a very popular illusion which is still performed today by illusionists all around the world. This illusion requires 2 performers. One performer starts off in the box which is locked up. A curtain is then raised around the box and instantly the 2 performers exchange places, hence the name Substitution trunk. The actual sword suspension illusion uses 3 swords, but for the Lego minifig scale I use 2 swords, so technically it is not 100% accurate. I think it's easy enough to add a 3rd sword if you want. In the basic form, a girl is balanced on the ends of the swords which are placed upright into a stand. And finally, all the swords but one are removed and the girl remains balancing horizontally in the air on just the hilt of one sword, creating a very effective magical illusion. The water torture cell is Houdini's original creation, where he is basically shackled and handcuffed, hung upside down inside a water tank. The tank was covered from view, and eventually Houdini will make his escape. Now many people think that Houdini actually died performing this illusion. No, he did not. He died due to complications of another stunt which has nothing got to do with escapes, but you can search online for more information about that. The water torture cell is still performed today, but in the updated modern version, it is done in full view of the audience without any coverings or curtains. There are a total of 6 minifigures in the set. In my original description for the LEGO Ideas project, I mentioned 5 because I forgot one. The one that I forgot has a clear head and is the mannequin for the magician's costume display. The other 5 are a curator, who's also a magician, 2 museum visitors, and 2 faceless mannequins that are used in the sword suspension illusion and the Houdini water torture cell. I hope you enjoyed this closer look at the history of Magic Museum. Please follow the link in the description or in the pinned comment and vote for this project. We need 10,000 votes for it to be reviewed by the LEGO design team to see if they want to put this in production. So please vote for this project and tell everyone about it. Share it on social media. Get them to vote for this project so we will see it in stores. As usual, like this video, leave a comment, and head over to smallbrickcity.com for more original LEGO creations. Till next time, chat with you later.